Do we have a treat today? Honestly, I am so surprised that I have never covered this in Minecraft ever because there's so much evidence behind it and there's so much this creepypasta is a classic. It is just like Herobrine and it is in such strong relation to Herobrine. I thought for another campfire tale today in Minecraft, looking over a creepypasta unlike any other one, like this one shines above them all. Welcome aboard to a brand new Minecraft video. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, enable those post notifications, ring the bell, make it go ding. Definitely hit that like button, okay? Let's go for a huge number of likes. Let's destroy the like button. Let's just cause complete destruction. Let's bring fire upon it, rain down fire, okay? Now, what is the creepypasta that we're talking about today? Of course, Alex Bryan. Oh, do I have a lot to talk about? Do I have a lot to go in with this? And we have a story to look into. Before we do that, though, I want to add some more something to this. I'm thinking about just doing that. This is supposed to be a tent, by the way. Give me a break, all right? It's a beginning stage, if anything. And what I think I will do is get me a shovel. I like to add a little bit here. So, little walkway. We need some carpet in here to make the tent a little bit more nice. All right, we're gonna make this campfire campsite a little bit more, presentable. All right, let's do a 2x2 walkway there. And then we have that, not too shabby. And then we'll have a walkway kind of going out through here. There it is, improvements. What type of carpet should we put in here? I'm thinking something kind of like a dark, I think I'll just do green. Let's do just simple green. I'm actually gonna need some more dirt. Thought I was gonna put the chunky carpet, but this one will do just fine. And then boom, it's a nice cozy tent. Actually, to make it even more cozy, we could go beyond and add a bed so we can sleep in it. But either way, this is us expanding the campfire. If you're new and you've never seen this type of video or this on my channel, you are probably curious to what's going on. Well, we have a nice campfire setting and we go over some of the creepypastas or just, sometimes it even ranges outside of Minecraft. So I think it's a little bit, these type of videos, anybody can find something intriguing out of. From the scary side of Minecraft to something stepping outside of Minecraft. We don't dabble too much on that, but we do from time to time. And well, everybody plays Minecraft, this fun, peaceful, loving game, but sometimes things take a very dark turn. So we're gonna be going over Alex Bryan. Now, where was the first sighting of Alex Bryan? Well, some people believe the first sighting of Alex Bryan was only in 2017. Alex Bryan, Herobrine, as you can tell the resemblance of the name, Alex Bryan also is glowing-eyed and completely terrifying, but takes more of the shape of the female character, which is Alex. Now, you may be familiar, there's two characters which you default can play in Minecraft. Steve, if you're a male, and Alex, if you're a female. Alex, however, Alex Bryan is like the scary side of Herobrine, the female Herobrine, as you could even go to call it. So what we're going to do is start with chapter 1 on a creepypasta that I found recently, this is a person's first encounter or an encounter with Alex Bryan and all. So a very classic here, but we're going to be looking at it and starting right into it. Whoops, did not mean to do that. So let me tell you something. I am a hacker, but not an evil one that ruins everything or destroys things. I just go into people's world to see what they're doing. This time I went on someone's world. It was the craziest thing ever. So I found a server and used the hack so I could spawn into the world. Not just invisible, but spawn right where the players were. I also used the hack that I could message anything that would appear at the bottom. So I joined the world, went to sleep so they wouldn't see it. When I spawned into the world, there was 9 players with a name. There was 9 names on here. I don't think any of these names are really worth mentioning, but all of them had diamond armor. 3 of them was on horses, 3 of them on donkey, and 3 of them on mules. Okay, jeez. They all looked like pros. Then out of nowhere, they split into 3 groups, each group with the same type. I understood why they did that now with the horses. I decided to follow the mule group. Then I used the hack to try to connect to the players' audios. The hack didn't work well, so I could only connect to 3 of the players' audios. One was riding a mule where the other 2 were riding the donkeys. So I could only hear the player titled Link 0. Well, there's not much around here. I remember the hole we dug up on the left turning when we split up. Okay, I gotta get that. But I was sure it was this. I only just noticed there was dispensers hidden in the trees at both the left and right side of the players. Even though I couldn't see any redstone, a ton of arrows suddenly started shooting out of the dispensers at a machine gun-like rate. Since player Fibertown was a bit ahead, he missed the arrows. Link 0 used an ender pearl to quickly escape. But then Thinny Pie and his mule and Link Zero's meal was not so lucky. Both of them were wiped out by the arrows. Link Zero tried to catch up with Fivertown, but suddenly a player without a name tag teleported in front of them and shot them with an arrow. But the arrow the player shot was a tipped arrow with a very dark green color at the end. I suddenly recognized this again as the player, Alexbrine. I thought Alexbrine was fake. But no, poor Link Zero was pushed 50 blocks and given a funny status effect with dark green bubbles coming out of him. Even though he started to run away, Alexbrine didn't chase him, and this is why. Suddenly, the status effect killed him and turned him into a zombie. With the exact same armor and tools, Alexbrine ran all the way to him in 2 seconds and killed the zombie. I have never seen a zombie drop so much before. Then I remembered the other player. I used my hack to teleport to Fivertown. I followed him for 5 seconds with 5 TNT and minecarts appeared above his head, hit the floor, and blew up on him at the same time. After Fivertown's death, I knew the rest were in trouble. Now, here's where I want to go and talk about this, that we just kind of looked into that. This is very interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to patch some of this up while we go in and talk about this. This guy is apparently a hacker. Now, I don't know how far hacks can go, but I do know hackers can do some pretty unbelievable, groundbreaking things that you would never expect. I mean, you can be getting hacked and not even know. A clear indication with this story here. So that's why every time like I'm playing on my Minecraft worlds, I'm always concerned when I find something weird. I'm like, did someone join in my world and place this here? Is someone trying to mess with me? And perhaps all this time, all the weird encounters I've had in Minecraft have simply been someone playing a prank on me, and I've never really got down to the bottom of it. I don't know, but that could be the case. Definitely the case for these individuals. However, this hacker got more than he bargained for. He happened to join into the game and look around only to find that the players were doing something very weird. They were split up into 3 groups and acting very odd and apparently getting themselves into something that was quite unexplainable, and in the midst of doing that encountered Alexbrine, an entity that appeared out of nowhere. Now, if we go back and retract this a little bit, what happened a few videos back, we were talking about an entity called Entity Zero, which was allegedly something Mojang was working on and potentially adding as a boss in the game at one point in time. So if we go back to that, we could also add the theory that maybe Alexbrine was something that Mojang experimented around with alongside Herobrine. Because think about it, Steve was an addition, or Herobrine was an addition from Steve, so if Mojang was working on Herobrine, why would they not make a female version that would add to the scary mob or entity or boss battle that could be added into Minecraft potentially? Now, let's not regret or even think for a second that Mojang is not experimenting around with potential additions to the game. Throughout the course of Minecraft's history, we have seen Herobrine added and removed from the changelog. So, could this mean that Herobrine was something that was being experimented around with, or did this server have a Herobrine additional add-on, and perhaps this hacker just was not aware of it? That could very much so be the case as well. Because he joined into the world, and mind you, none of these players knew he was into the world. He even hacked into their microphone, only to realize that he sees Alexbrine. Now, what does Alexbrine do? It shoots an arrow at a player and then turns him into a zombie, which is really fascinating because I remember one time when I was playing Minecraft, I have video evidence of this, we actually got turned into a zombie ourselves, which must be like a 1 in a million chance of that happening, by the way. I think the video is like, this zombie turned me into a zombie on my channel or something. I'm sure if you look, you can find it. But it happened to us. We actually got turned into a zombie in Minecraft. Now, this is super rare, and I don't think this happens hardly, if any, at all. So we got turned into a zombie, but the second that this player did by getting attacked by this arrow, Alexbrine zipped to him in the midst of 2 seconds. Can you imagine seeing an entity in Minecraft? Like, say there's an entity over there, and it runs towards you in like 2 seconds. That's like... It reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy. You guys remember, a lot of you have probably played Five Nights at Freddy, and then like you have to close the gate if something comes running. And Foxy will sometimes come running towards you, and you're like doing everything you can to try to close the door. You're like, please close the door, because Foxy's like, it's terrifying. Okay, as I was saying, it's absolutely terrifying. Pardon that, my thing just cut off for some reason. Hopefully I edited that out. If I didn't, then it's a big oof. But Yeah, so it's really crazy to think about, and that's like the initial start of a sighting on Alex Bryan. So be careful if you're playing through Minecraft and you happen to find Alex Bryan. It might not go exactly as you plan, and it could be really terrifying. So here's what I'm going to do. If this video gets a lot of likes, I think just possibly we might investigate the whole Alex Bryan myth and creepypasta a little bit more in depth and actually try to experience something ourselves. I don't know if it will happen, but I think very much so it could be something interesting to try, yeah? Perhaps. So with that aside, if the likes are good and you want to see me check out the Herobrine mystery a little bit, or not Herobrine, Alex Bryan mystery. See, I get them mixed up, but let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you all in the next one.